Hello all. This is an introduction to the Cessna Citation Mustang with the Garmin G1000. As mentioned here, it's not meant to be as flight instruction. It's just a possible way of using the flight management system. This is a part 1 setup of the approach. As we start up the G1000 simulator, we see some indications here of how to weight and balance, but that's gonna be for another tutorial. We go to the map page, and here we can set our parameters, topography on, and go back. Here on the demo mode, we're gonna set a waypoint, which in this case will be Wichita, Kansas, KICT. Below it you will see the altitude. Normally, of course, we will take off with the field elevation, but we're gonna set the simulator to 4,000 feet. Since we're airborne here at 4,000, we want to depart from a fix. So we set our airways to our low-level airways. Then, of course, we want to set up the approach. We are here at 4,000, and now we're going to go to procedures, and we are going to select the approach. As you can see, it's Wichita. We're going to take the ILS, one right. We're going to take Jamie as our initial approach fix. Our bare minimums is going to be 1,520 feet. And we're going to activate. Now we're going to check if everything is there. Now we're going to select a waypoint. In this case, it's going to be .T. And we're going to load the waypoint above Jamie, which is the initial approach fix. Then we're going to menu, and we're going to set the waypoint to .T. Left. Then we see the flight plan. We go down to .T and enter. Now you see that the aircraft is over .T. Being over .T doesn't mean that the FMS is set up to fly from .T to Jamie. So we go to the active lag input, and we set .T to Jamie. So now you can see that the track is set with a magenta color. Now we go back to the primary flight display, and we're going to set up things here. Autopilot on, yaw damper on, heading mode, altitude, and altitude pre-select, which is now at 5,000, but it's going to be changed. Here we change the map inset and the primary flight displays for wind and DME bearing 1 and bearing 2. Here we can see our flight plan. You can see it's from .T to Jamie. Here on the primary flight display, we're gonna set our heading to our magenta GPS track. You can see 334,334. Then we're going back to our multifunction display, and we're gonna set our audio, radio frequencies and nav frequencies. Here you can see the approach control 126.7, tower 118.2, and ground 121.9. Localizers 110.3. We can go down to 3000 and then to the final approach fix, which is approximately 2700 because it's an ILS. This approach is 3600 and right turn to pitch, and you can see here that the touchdown zone elevation is 1321. Back to the primary flight display. We're gonna set our destination elevation, as we just said, to 1320, and our barometric pressure minimums is 1520, so the difference is 200 feet, which is normal for an ILS. Then we're gonna set our comm frequencies. Approach 126.7, tower frequency 118.2, and ground frequency 1 to 1.9. As you can see on the left side, 110.3 is already set up for the ILS. That's done automatically when you engage the approach. Now we're going over everything: heading, autopilot, yaw damper, altitude 4000, altitude pre-select 4000, but we know that we can go down to 3000. So we set it to 3000. Also on the lower side we're gonna set everything and check everything. Timer reference, again, this is very important. Here we can see our flight plan. This is the end of part 1. Thank you for watching. The next part will be the approach itself. Thank you again, and maybe until next time.